So technique number 2, like the designed air one is a good example. So what happens here is that you've got multiple layers of pre-edited whooshes that are all the same duration, but have different timbres and characteristics. Clicking in the 4 zone will trigger them all. They'll all be in sync, and that's why you can click and move as they play. You can use the pitch or duration to make all of them go faster, but because they're all the same length, they'll all be in sync. In order to build these, a good trick is to do them in your DAW first. We'll build 4 layers, so I'm going to put 4 different whooshes in. So the first thing you'll see is that these are not the same length, so we'll make them the same length. So not only do they need to be the same length, but they need to peak at the same time. You could just actually leave these as they are and create ins outs so that they do peak at the same time. So if I play that back, I would want to export that. So we need a 4 zone with the note trigger on and a pitch control, but we've got 4 layers. So let's throw that one in, throw the next one in.
Another advice for that is if you have a fade-in sound, it's kind of better to have about the same intensity on all layers. So you don't have one layer that is silent while another one is loud.
The nice thing is that once you've got it in there, then it becomes a much more interesting thing, because then you can use the trigger and move functionality. And then also you can make the whole thing go faster or slower just by turning the single knob. And then it becomes a much more fluid thing, and you can just make tons of whooshes. See, I'm having fun. I'm having so much fun already.
Variations aren't essential at all, like you said, because you can get so many variations from just drawing. Creating something that's just if that sort of tonal corner, they all sound very similar. They're that kind of stuttery sound, but they might just have a bit of variation between each one, that just how it flows, and it just creates a little bit more interest, I think, for people playing around rather than it just being the same things looping.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
So this one's great. Look what we just made really fast, right? So if I needed to make a bunch of unique whooshes for my project, we just made, what, 5 really easily. They were all performed, they're all unique. Again, you could connect it to the multi-channel output and record the output rather than drag and dropping it, so you've got the individual stems as you go. Once you've built this preset, there's an enormous amount you can do with it, and you can then use that to build even more things really fast. And it's really fun, as you can see, because I'm a bit embarrassed now. I look like I was enjoying myself way too much.